Big game coming up, Sean. 5th place Grizzlies, 10-8 record against the 6th place St. Lawrence Vikings, 9-9. So we're looking forward to a big game. Playoff implications today.
Both teams 5-5 over their last game, over the last 10 games.
Two evenly matched teams, that's for sure.
Both teams looking to rebound from losses in their previous games.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Georgian College Athletic and Fitness Center. Today's OCAA East men's basketball game between the visiting St. Lawrence Vikings and your Georgian Grizzlies. Before introducing the starting lineups for both teams, I'd like to ask Matt Colson, head coach of the Georgian Grizzlies men's basketball team, to make a special presentation to 3 of our graduating student athletes.
Before things get underway today, it's senior day, and some of our veteran players will be recognized by the head coach.
For the coaching staff, as you say goodbye to young men that you spend a lot of time with, anywhere from 2 to 5 years, but you also get to thank them for all their hard work. This year's class is kind of special to me. We have something in common. It took me a couple tries to make my first collegiate team, and all 3 of the young men we're honoring tonight, we cut at one point or another before they made the team. I don't know if that says something about their resiliency or our poor decision making, but let's go with their resiliency. Aaron Sutton, he after getting cut in his first year, he came back and has been a 2-year starter ever since. Fantastic work ethic, and maybe one of the best post defenders we've ever had here. Carter Dunlop, same story. Didn't make it his first year. Came back in his second year, made it as one of the last guys off the bench, and has become one of the best shooters we've had as well. So don't leave him open there. And Man in a Tin came out and tried out, and he also said he was thinking about trying out for the rugby team, and we recommended he do that because we had a lot of guys who played his position that year. I don't think he regrets the decision, as he's got an Ontario Championship and a bronze medal under his belt. But he's turned into one of the best 6-foot rebounders we've ever had as well. But their work ethics have been fantastic. They show up every day, and they've been a pleasure to coach. So I'd just like to invite all 3 of them up right now.
Some nice words there by head coach Matt Colson about his 3 graduating seniors, Aaron Sutton, Nana Nidham, Carter Dunlop.
All 3 players have had a great impact on the team this season.
3 very important players for them. Carter joined halfway through the season, a veteran really now at this point in his career. And Nana and Aaron, those guys go and grab balls.
Their height definitely an advantage. They make their living in the paint.
And now introducing the starting lineup for the visiting Vikings. A 6-foot guard from Sydenham, number 1, Tom Whitty. A 6'3" guard from Wellington, number 4, Taylor Reddick. A 6'4" guard from Brandon, number 5, Brad Richards. A 6'5" forward from Ottawa, number 13, Sonny Joseph. And a 6'2" guard from Hamilton, number 23, Amar Knowles. Head coach of the Vikings is Barry Smith. And now introducing the starting lineup for your Grizzlies. A 6'4" from Brantford, number 8, Nana Nidham. A 6'3" forward from Newmarket, number 12, Aaron Sutton. A 6' forward from Mississauga, number 21, Shannon Edwards. A 6'3" forward from Minnesota, number 32, Carter Dunlop. And a 6'3" guard from 33, Connor Malone. Head coach of the Grizzlies is Matt Colson. Assistant coaches Summer, Wayne, and Dylan McKenzie.
Players to keep an eye on out there today for St. Lawrence Vikings would be Taylor Reddick. He's their leading scorer with 258 points on the season. But to put into perspective just how great a year Connor Laurent has had for the Georgian Grizzlies, he's got 356 points heading into today's matchup. Both good players to keep an eye on. They'll definitely have an impact on this game.
Carter Laurent recently moved into the top 5 of Georgian Grizzlies all-time scoring.
Tip goes to SLC, and Reddick moves the ball in. He's at the top of the arc, moves the ball right. Cutting to the paint. He's at the top of the key, now driving the lane on Sutton. Tries to make a spin move, goes to the outside of the key. Outside the arc, a three-pointer is good for SLC.
Knowles with a nice three-pointer there to start the game.
That is Almar Knowles. Edwards over to Laurent. Laurent moving the ball up court. Looking left to Anthony. Doesn't make the pass. He'll hold on to it to the top of the arc, directing traffic in the offensive end. He looks right. He goes right. Dunlop drives the basket. Oh, turnover. SLC grabs possession of the ball. Moving up the floor is Whitty. Whitty dishing off to Joseph. Joseph tries to go inside, but Sutton knocks the ball down and it's a turnover. Edwards moves the ball up the court. He drives left, goes left hand to the basket. It's good.
Big play by Edwards there. He went in for the layup.
Saw the lane and took it. Great drive. Knowles has it at the top of the arc. Looking left for Joseph. Joseph to Whitty. Whitty looks at the shot. He'll drive. Looking for somewhere to go. He puts it to the top of the arc. That's Knowles. Knowles puts one up. No good. Rebounded by Edwards. Edwards looking up court now, moving the ball. He's looking for somewhere to go. He dishes it to Laurent. Laurent looking right. Moves it to Dunlop. Dunlop back to Laurent. Top of the arc. He's looking for somewhere to go. He's going to take it inside. Dishes it to Dunlop on the outside. He takes a pump fake and drives the lane. Nowhere to go with the ball. He's fighting for it. Knocked down. It is going to be a foul called on SLC. And Georgian will maintain possession. Edwards is going to inbound the ball.
Vikings foul number 13, Sonny Joseph. That's his first personal
That was
foul.
Joseph's first foul. First team foul for SLC. Laurent trying to find space on the floor. Edwards looking, goes to Sutton. Sutton back to Edwards. He's at the top of the arc. Cutting to the right. Defenders all over him. Trying to find space inside. Running out of time on the shot clock. He drives the lane, puts it out to Sutton. Sutton puts up the shot. Just unable to fall. Rebounded by Joseph. Joseph puts it to Whitey, and SLC is moving up on the attack. Outside. Number 4, Taylor Reddick, unable to get that one to drop. Edwards goes right to Nidham. Nidham finds Dunlop. And they're going to get an offensive on Georgian.
Offensive foul against the Grizzlies, number 8, and the tip.
It's called on Nana Nidham.
Personal foul, team service.
Nana, a multi-sport athlete, he also plays on the men's rugby team here at Georgian. Team that won the gold medal last year at the OCAA championships, and bronze medal this year.
One of the school's leading programs here in this athletic department. SLC takes over possession. That's Joseph with the ball. Dunlop all over him. Edwards is going to get called with a defensive off-the-ball foul there.
On the push there.
Brad Richards grasping his left wrist. He's got it wrapped. Could be an issue for him. Just something to monitor throughout the game, but he'll play through it. He goes to the top for Knowles. Knowles puts it to Whitty. Whitty looking for space. He's got a pick from Knowles. Aaron Sutton all over him, followed by Edwards. Edwards put it to Reddick. Reddick has it defended by Laurent, driving the lane. Laurent with great defense grabs the ball, avoiding the contact and forcing the turnover. Their turn up floor now puts it to Edwards. Edwards got it at the top of the arc for Dunlop. Dunlop looking left. Laurent has the ball covered by Reddick. He'll go right. Switches defender. Whitty on him now. He goes left to Dunlop. Dunlop trying to find the space inside. Aaron Sutton now on the post. Tries to put one up. No good. That was something that was highlighted before the game by the Grizzlies coach, is Sutton's post presence. But unable to get back in time there. SLC goes down the floor for an easy 2.
Tough play there as Dunlop tried to force the contact. Did not get the call on that one.
Edwards has the ball. Crossing half. He puts it over to Laurent. Laurent's got the weak side, putting it to Nidham. Dunlop has it at the top of the arc. Moving it around the arc is the Grizzlies, looking for a space inside. Nidham not able to generate anything. Dunlop finds some space and takes an open 2 from the three-point line, but not good. Whitty to Knowles. Knowles takes it to the top of the arc, puts it to Whitty. No space for either team. Defenders draping the offensive right now. Nidham contests the shot and grabs the rebound as Edwards moves the ball up floor. Looking to the outside, Sutton. Laurent now has it, driving the lane, takes it to the basket. So close to finishing. Another well-contested shot by the SLC defense. 6 minutes to go here in the first. It's a 5-2 game in favor of the Vikings. Starting point guard Mego and Tyler Van Essen looking to check into the game here. They'll check in for Dunlop. Dunlop and Nidham.
Anthony Mego also checking in for the Grizzlies. Two important players. One key thing for the Grizzlies this year is they have a lot of depth. Really good, strong bench. There's about, you can almost go 2 full rotations and not miss a beat.
Despite Mego being brought into the game, Edwards will carry the ball up the floor. Mego in that shooting guard position at the moment. Aaron Sutton at the top of the arc. Edwards gets the ball. Oh, a nice cross move and drives the lane. He will force the foul, but it's not a shooting foul, and the Grizzlies will have possession on the baseline.
Good play by Edwards there to drive the lane. He's been aggressive early.
Edwards looks to Sutton at the top of the arc, over to Mego. Mego's matched up by Whitey. Tries to find the pass inside, but just out of reach, and it'll go out of bounds. St. Lawrence ball. Whitty has the ball carrying up floor. He's got Reddick to his right. He hands the ball over to Wright. Right at the top of the arc, covered by Sutton. He goes down to Richards, covered by Van Essen. Richards driving, goes to the outside for Knowles. Knowles catches a tough pass and moves it to the top for Reddick. Reddick takes a pump fake, moves it to left for Wright. Wright puts up a three-pointer. Just short off the rim, but rebounded by Richards. Mego almost forces the turnover, but Whitty grabs the ball and moves it back into the offensive end. Reddick now covered by Laurent. Wright has Sutton on him. He's looking for an opening, driving the lane, going for that left hand, lays it in. A good drive by Wright and finishing it with strong with the left hand. So that is Wright with the left. And Van Essen now takes a drive and finds the basket. Good 2 points for the Grizzlies. It's a 7-4 lead for the Vikings. 4.5 minutes left to go in the first.
Grizzlies won the first matchup between these two teams.
Good ball movement by the Vikings, and Richards finishes off easy underneath the basket.
Back in November, that was their only meeting, Sean. 69-58, the Grizzlies beat St. Lawrence in Kingston.
So home and home here, a series between the two. Edwards has an open shot from behind the arc, and he nails it. Off the backboard and in from a tough angle.
Big three-pointer there for Edwards. He's coming out real strong today.
Whitty, oh, a nice pass by Reddick, but Whittick couldn't finish under the basket. And the Grizzlies moving the ball down floor fast. Finds Van Essen at the top of the arc, and they are going to be called for a travel. Van Essen just getting a little bit ahead of himself. He's a big man player, but he's got a shot. Very versatile player for these Grizzlies. And despite missing the first half of the season, he's come in and it looks like he hasn't missed a beat, coming off a lower body injury that held him out the first half of the season. Right at the top of the arc, trying to find somewhere to go, goes to Richards. Richards to Whitty. Whitty finds space off Mego and puts up a three. It's no good. It's going to go to Wright, who rebounds it in the left-hand corner. Trying to drive on Van Essen, nowhere to go. Back to the top of the arc. Strong ball handler, finds Whitty in the corner. He's got an open three. Unable to finish, but rebounded by Richards. Richards on Sutton, trying to go to that left hand, dishes it out to Wright, who puts up a three. Unable to fall is that. Richards puts it to Whitty. Whitty finishes it off on the board. Grizzlies giving many chances to this Vikings team. They had multiple chances to finish on that possession, and eventually they did. Laurent to Mego at the top of the arc. Mego driving right. Finds Van Essen open in the paint. Top of the key to Sutton. Finishes off an easy jumper. Good stroke by Sutton. Finds the easy 2 points. Good ball movement by the Grizzlies. It's an 11-9 game. Whitty moving the ball on Mego. Right now matched up with Van Essen. Wright, a great ball hander, slowly moving it in. Dishes to the corner for Reddick. Reddick has to go to the right hand, moves it over to Knowles. Knowles to Richards. A hard pass to the other side for Wright. Wright drives on Mago, and a contested shot. He makes it, and the Grizzlies will take a timeout.
We got some exciting breaking news, actually, Sean. Georgian's women's doubles badminton team of Courtney Brewer and Michelle Kozlowski have won the bronze medal at the OCAA championships in Hamilton and Mohawk College.
Congratulations to those doubles there. Our badminton team continuing to display a true show of talent.
So that's a solid haul for the girls. They're at the badminton championships. The guys, the men's doubles team, they are going to play in the gold medal game. Ethan Zhao and Eric Kern. That'll be coming up shortly in Hamilton. So we'll keep you posted any updates that come through on that. That is certainly, they're looking to repeat. They won the bronze medal this year going for gold.
As you mentioned before, they booked themselves a trip to nationals with their performance in the OCAAs. So congratulations to those two.
Well deserved. Two very hardworking, long-term Grizzlies. Excellent news for those guys.
Coming out of the timeout, it looks like it'll be Sutton, Vanesson, Edwards, Mago, and Laurent on the floor for the Grizzlies. Vikings send out Whitty, Wright, Knowles, Reddick, and Richards again. So same 10 on the floor as before the timeout. And Mago gets the inbound and moves up floor. Laurent has it at the top of the arc, defended by Wright. Richards now switches onto him, providing a challenge for Laurent. He still drives. A great move, tries to finger roll it, but just short. He found the opening, but just wasn't able to finish with the right hand. Richards moves the ball up over half and moves it to Whitty. Whitty now looking right. He finds himself in a double team, but a great pass over to Knowles, and he almost finishes off the possession with a three-point there. In and out as Mago moves the ball up floor. Finds it to Vanesson. Thought about shooting it, but doesn't. He holds on to it, puts it back to Mago. Mago matched up by Wright, drives right. Ooh. As he lost balance driving there, he tried to put up a bit of a prayer of a shot, wasn't able to fall. No call made, and SLC has the ball. Moving it inside, Richards with an easy basket. SLC took advantage there of a slow back check from the Grizzlies. And forcing a turnover from Laurent is Wright, who moves the ball up to Whitty, who's going to take a three. He nailed it.
St. Lawrence going on a run here. Grizzlies are going to need to respond.
Mago moving the ball up floor. He's defended by Knowles, puts up a fadeaway shot, unable to go. Richards grabs the rebound. 38 seconds left to go in the first. Whitty moves the ball up, puts it to Reddick. Reddick fakes it, drives the lane, puts it over to Knowles. Knowles got an open three, he takes it. No good, and they will let it go out of bounds. Grizzlies are going to get possession with 27 seconds left. They will have a shot clock.
So Daniel Martin's going to check in for Jonathan Edwards here. Martin, one of the solid young players here on the Grizzlies, Barrie native. He's been a key contributor for the team this year.
Having a great season. He's their third highest scorer on the year. He's been a difference maker. Mago calls the play as he moves the ball over half court. Puts it over to Vanesson. Vanesson matched up with Reddick. Laurent has it on the outside, matched with Wright. Mago gets the ball at the top of the arc, looking for somewhere to go. Gets a pick from Sutton. Sutton open in the post. Just a mishandle by Mago. Oh, he was able to maintain possession. He has to put one up from half. Just lost possession of the ball, and things went downhill fast.
Tough play. Mago tried hard there, but two quick blocks by St. Lawrence.
Credit to St. Lawrence for being all over the ball there. Not all over the clock as Whitty loses track of time and the buzzer goes to end the first quarter. It's an 18-9 lead for the Vikings.
Vikings went on a run there. The Grizzlies are going to need to respond, but I think we've seen exactly what we expected here, Sean, and that is a high-paced, fast game, both ends, two very competitive teams playing today.
both teams have had opportunities. It just seems to be that the Vikings are taking advantage of their chances under the rim. Lots of paint points here so far. On the other side of the ball, Grizzlies just not able to finish on their chances. A couple turnovers haven't helped, but
you can see the Grizzlies have fallen out of their game a little bit. You can see Matt Colson, head coach, trying to get his guys back into it here.
They seem to be scrambling a little just at the end of that quarter, and this stoppage in play comes at a perfect time. They kind of regroup, get things back on track.
And as you said, important game for both teams. They are jockeying for position. A win by St. Lawrence today would put them even in the standings, as each team would have one game left to play.
St. Lawrence actually just a game back from Georgian, so if St. Lawrence can pull off the win today, they'll tie up the records. But Grizzlies looking to extend the separation between the two teams to 2 games. That'll certainly help their seeding heading into OCAAs.
This is Georgian's last home game. They will play again on Wednesday. They're going to play Seneca. And St. Lawrence will be back in action also on Wednesday when they travel to Loyalist.
Seneca sure to be a tough task for the Grizzlies, sitting at the top of the Eastern Division, 17-1 record.
Makes it a more important game for Georgian here. They really need this win. David Marshall's going to check in for the Grizzlies here to start the second quarter. Rookie out of Alston.
Marshall has the ball here, carrying it over half. Marshall moving right to Edwards. Edwards has it at the top of the arc. Goes to Vanessa on the right. Now behind the arc, Martin moving it left. Looking to go to Edwards. Edwards couldn't drive left, so he shoots, and he nails it. A great stroke there from Edwards. Cuts the lead down to 7.
Edwards has been the early leading scorer for the Grizzlies. That's his 7th point of the game.
Wright has it at the top of the arc, moves it to Reddick. Reddick to Whitty. Whitty covered by Marshall. Trying to move it back to Reddick. Covered by Vanessa. Reddick finds Wright on the outside. Switching spots, and Reddick ultimately drives, puts it out to Wright, who puts up a shot. Air ball. Vanessa grabs it. Marshall moving the ball up floor. Puts it to Edwards. Edwards inside, tried to find Sutton. Good defense there by Richards, who was able to just deflect the ball out of bounds, and no harm done on that Georgian possession.
Good basketball awareness there by Richards. He saw that play come, was able to deflect it out.
Edwards on the baseline, puts it over top to Sutton, who's now at the top of the arc. Martin looking right, driving right, puts it out to Marshall on the outside. Marshall has nowhere to go, he'll turn back. He's got it at the top of the arc. The ref's going to call off the ball foul on SLC for a hold here.
They got Buckley on that one, on the hold.
It's Kadeem Buckley with his first foul. First team foul for the Vikings. Sutton has it at the top of the arc, moving it to Martin. Martin looking inside, has nowhere to go, dishes it off to Marshall. Marshall back to Martin. Martin drives the baseline, goes to the outside for Edwards, who puts up a shot. Just falls short, but Martin grabs the rebound. Marshall's able to reset at the top of the arc. Marshall unsure what to do. He goes right to Martin. Martin pump fakes, drives the lane. Makes a move to the basket. Contact, blocked. That was Slady Joseph there with a strong defensive possession, not allowing Martin to get inside and get a clean shot off.
Just 1 second on the shot clock. They got to put it up.
And they're saying Vanessa didn't get that off in time. Didn't fall anyways. Reddick inbounding to Whitty. Marshall pressing Whitty as Whitty tears it over half. Whitty challenged by Sutton. Marshall now on him, leaving right open. Edwards defending right playing hard, and contact started to happen there in the paint. The Grizzlies are going to get called on it, but not a shooting foul SLC will just have possession on the baseline.
Georgian ball number 12 here in Sutton. That's his first
Sutton gets called for the head contact on that one. Strong play by Edwards though on D.
Tyler Bark heading into the game now. He's subbing in for Taylor Reddick. And he'll get the ball right off the bat, top of the arc. So Wright hit a shot, but it's going to be no good as an offensive foul was called. Edwards will inbound as the Grizzlies take over on possession.
Number 9, Tyler Bark. That's his first personal foul, team second.
Martin going fast, dishes it out to Vanessa, unable to finish there. Wright grabs the board. Right now moving up the court. Marshall playing strong defense now, using that quickness to his advantage, not letting the point guard get around him. But a strong dish back to Bark. Bark unable to grab the pass. And they're going to turn the ball over to the Grizzlies here.
Carter Dunlop is going to check back in for Georgian.
He subs in for Vanessa. Marshall takes the inbound pass from Martin. He's got a pick left from Dunlop. He creates an opening for the three, just unable to make it happen there. And Whitty's turning back the other way. Whitty moving right, Sutton on him now. He's got a double team, and that leaves 15 open. Now at the top of the key, Bark has it. SLC is going to get called for an offensive foul here. I believe that is number 13, Slady Joseph. It is. That is his second personal foul, team's third. And now Marshall will be moving up the floor for the Grizzlies. Looks right to Sutton. Sutton has the ball, looking right to Martin. Martin now trying to find somewhere to go, goes left. He's moving in inside the arc, goes outside the arc to Marshall. Marshall at the top of the arc, goes to Sutton. Sutton one-on-one with Joseph. He goes right hand, unable to finish there. And an offensive foul will be called on Dunlop. I believe that's an over-the-back foul.
Georgian ball number 32, Carter Dunlop, his first personal foul.
Dunlop's first foul of the game. But he moves up floor. Turns back. He's facing a double team now. Leaves Bark open. Bark takes it to the rim, is able to finish. Marshall moving fast now up the floor. Dunlop has it on the offensive end. Other side of the floor to Marshall. Edwards thinks about shooting it. Pump fake, drives. He's gonna get fouled. Not a shooting foul. Georgian will have the ball on the baseline. It looks like Knowles will be coming in for Wright.
Wholesale changes for the Grizzlies as Mago, Laurent, and Van Essen all checking into the game.
It's a strong trio coming in for the Grizzlies. Possibly looking to take advantage of some of the backups in for SLC.
So we're certainly going up to 4 minutes here in the second quarter. We've only seen one basket so far.
A lot of defense.
For the Grizzlies from Edwards.
Mago driving, running out of space, and he is going to get called on the travel. That pivot foot just moved there.
And against a strong D, both teams playing very hard. Really important game here today. You can see it in everyone's effort.
Bark looking for somewhere to go with the ball. He looks right. Joseph has it. Joseph moves it. Batar isn't able to finish that play. Martin now moving the ball up the floor. Looks back to Vanessa. Vanessa to Mago. Mago is covered by Whitty. Goes on to Bark now. Martin covers. He gets some opening against Batar. Unable to finish on the shot. Batar grabs the rebound. He now moves the ball up floor. Looks right to Whitey. He's got some space. He's going to hold it and reset. Bark driving, puts it out to Knowles. Knowles to Bark for three. It's good. Ball movement creating open shooters here for SLC. And they are going to extend the lead 22-11 as Georgian takes a timeout.
Folks, it's time to get your OCAA Shoot for Cash tickets out. It's our last one of the year. We are looking for ticket number 16265. 16265, and they'll take over. Please check in at the main entrance.
Of course, we look here at the timeout, Sean. A big week coming up here at the Georgian Athletic Centre. Georgia's going to play host to the 2018 OCAA Men's Volleyball Championship. That's going to get underway this coming Thursday, Feb 22nd, right through Saturday, February 24th. The Grizzlies are going to open up the tournament on Thursday night at 8 o'clock. That's going to be their home game against a yet-to-be-determined opponent. All the OCAA volleyball crossover playoff games are taking place this weekend, today and tomorrow. It's going to be interesting to see who Georgia ends up with in that first-round matchup.
Big time of the year in the OCAA and here at Georgian College. Grizzlies, of course, host the OCAAs. It's going to be a fun week here at the Georgian Grizzlies Athletic Centre.
Everyone's certainly invited to come turn out for the games. Day passes are available for $10, or you can get a tournament pass for $20, which is going to be a great deal. Some excellent volleyball action. The top 8 teams from across Ontario will be here at Georgian.
Martin inbounds, and just off the foot of Mago, and that's a bit of a careless turnover that Coach Colson is certainly not going to like. Notable inactive today is Michael Chow. He's the 5th leading scorer for the Grizzlies, but resting up this afternoon. Woody has the ball outside the arc. He's going to shoot from 3, and nothing but net there.
A deep 3, they hit it.
Was trying to catch the SLC defense sleeping there by moving Vanessa up floor fast, but the pass just got out ahead of him, and a little turnover there. So 2 quick turnovers coming out of that timeout break. Certainly not what the Grizzlies are looking for as they try and claw back into this game. It's a 25-11 lead for the Vikings. Bark has it at the top of the key, moving right for Batar. Batar looks left, or looks right. Post moves up against Vanessa, and Vanessa forced the turnover. Mago almost lost it, but flicks the ball up the floor to Laron. Laron to Dunlop, who takes a 3, isn't able to get it to drop. Whitty gets the rebound, moves it up floor now to Knowles. Knowles back to Whitty. Whitty gets the pick from Joseph, and he slipped. They're going to call a foul on Mago there. He can't believe it. And Nidham will come into the game.
His first personal foul, team start.
Tough call on Mago there as the players came together. Lots of contact on the play, but it's going to be SLC ball.
Knowles has it at the top of the arc. Mago covering Whitty. That's where they're looking to go with that ball. Richards driving with the left hand, and he finishes strong. So despite having a left hand injury, he had a strong finish there. Vanessa has it at the top of the arc, moving left for Mago. Mago matched up by Reddick. Going right, he's got a pick from Nidham. Going inside for Nidham, and it's just out of his reach, out of bounds. Another turnover in the second quarter for the Grizzlies. Since that timeout break, they've had 3 turnovers on.
And the Vikings take their first.
And they're going to.
St. Lawrence is going to take that timeout.
St. Lawrence leading 27.
Tough start for the Grizzlies here. They are down 27-11.
In that first quarter, they were able to keep up with SLC in the offensive end, but just a few careless turnovers, a couple good drives that they just haven't finished on, and they find themselves behind now halfway through the second.
Grizzlies definitely going to have to find a way to get back in this one. They're going to have to start hitting some of these shots. Can't give St. Lawrence too big of a lead here. Other things to check out, make sure you're following us on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, Georgian Grizzlies. The women's volleyball team is headed to St. Clair in Windsor. They will play their crossover playoff game tonight at 7 o'clock, so definitely tune in for updates. Check those out. Grizzlies competing for a spot at the OCAA championships, and it's all dependent on tonight's game, so a big one coming up for the Grizzlies.
Same 5 on the floor for the Grizzlies coming out of the timeout. Reddick inbounds it to Whitty. Whitty gets some space and moves the ball up the floor, putting it back to Reddick. Reddick looking right for Richards. Richards has some space, not going to shoot. He goes back to Whitty. Whitty covered by Martin. Whitty goes left for Reddick. Reddick trying to find some space on LaRon, and LaRon's going to get called for it here. Going to call for a push.
Georgia foul number 33, Connor LaRon, that's her first personal. His personal foul. Team's four.
So with 3.5 minutes left, both teams with 4 team fouls, something to watch out for. Whitty has it down the corner. Sutton playing physical. Noel's not able to finish the three-pointer. LaRon grabs the board and heads up court. He's got a one-on-one with Reddick. He tries to take it, and he forces the foul. Reddick gets called with the block. And they're going to head into the bonus, so LaRon headed to the line for 2 shots.
You won't find too many guys with no fear more than Connor LaRon. He goes hard at the basket every game, every play. He's an intense player, a very important part of this Grizzlies lineup.
Key piece for this Grizzlies team. He'll take his second shot from the line, and it falls. 3.5 minutes left. Grizzlies are going to have to take advantage of this bonus situation, get to the line as much as possible, try and get some free points here. Reddick looking, has nowhere to go except for Batar, finds an opening underneath the basket, and Nidham closed fast, put just enough pressure on him to force the miss. Now Sutton has it at the top, moving to LaRon. LaRon driving hard here. And he's going to force another foul on SLC, so playing some good, hard physical offense, and he's going to get to the line for a second time in the last minute.
LaRon is in the top 20 of scoring in the OCAA, averaging over 20 points a game.
Grizzlies leading scorer at the line. Count the first. Second one is good. It's a 73% free throw shooter. Shows it there. Reddick moves the ball over half, puts it back to Whitty. Whitty and Reddick passing it back and forth. Whitty eventually shoots now. He had an opening, isn't able to get it to fall. And now LaRon heading back up floor. He'll take a shot. Unable to get that one to drop. Wright moving up floor, driving on LaRon. LaRon standing up straight, no foul, good defense. And Marshall has the ball over half. Looking right, looking left, holding onto the ball. LaRon well covered in the corner, so he has to go to Sutton. Sutton over to Martin. Martin trying to make advantage of a pick. Tries to get up with the right hand. The ball went out of bounds, ruled St. Lawrence ball, and that is not appreciated by many of the Grizzlies players. They thought that they saw it go off a Viking arm. But not the case in the ref's eyes as we go into a timeout.
You saw David Marshall coming up there to the court, one of the good young players here for the Grizzlies, a rookie. I got to tell you something, I think he's probably the fastest guy I've seen in the league. His moves are incredible. For a guy who's 5'5", no fear, goes extremely fast.
He uses his speed to kind of make up for that bit of a size disadvantage to many players, especially on the defensive side of the ball. He's important up at the top of the arc as many offenses try and set up that pick and roll. He's able to get over the pick, really break up that pass. He's a good defensive player.
Important timeout here for the Grizzlies. They closed the gap a little bit. They're still down 12. They got to make that smaller here. Matt Olson, you can see, getting his players together here as they need to get a few more baskets here to close out the first half strong.
Minutes left in the second quarter, and Coach Colson has almost made his way completely through the rotation, getting many players involved in this one. They need everyone.
Certainly a strength for the Grizzlies is the number of guys they use in and outside the game. They have a very strong bench this year.
Edwards at the top of the arc, makes a move on Knowles, moves it to Nidham. Nidham in the post now, trying to find Marshall in the corner, and he does. Marshall resets at the top of the arc, getting a pick from Sutton. Edwards take it from 3, that's going to fall short. I think that one may have been tipped by the defender. Reddick now moves it up to Knowles, back to Reddick. Edwards just a step behind Reddick, but he moves the ball over to Whitty. Richards moves it to the top for Wright to Reddick. Inside for Richards, trying to set up the post against Sutton. There's that post defense mentioned before the game by Coach Colson as Martin drives, gets it to fall. Good transition offense by the Grizzlies. Whitty moves it to Reddick. Reddick matched up by Martin, moves it inside to Knowles. Knowles back to Whitty, corner for Wright. He's got an open shot, decides to drive. Drives on Sutton. Good defense by Sutton, standing straight. Reddick puts up a shot from 3, in and out. Grizzlies got the ball. Trying to make this a run now, they're only down 10. 53 seconds left in the second quarter. Edwards has it. Matched up by Whitty. Sutton to the right for the pick. Well covered by the SLC defense. He goes left for Nidham. Nidham looking inside for Sutton, nothing there. Edwards has to shoot from 3. He gets it to drop.
Edwards has been money from out there today.
Strong shooting performance from him so far. And they're putting together a run before the half. Big defensive possession here. Whitty and Reddick passing it back and forth. Eventually moving inside to Richards. Richards well matched up by Edwards. Edwards not letting him get anywhere. Back to Knowles for 3. He makes that one count. Leads back up to 10. 10 seconds left to go in the half. They've got to move the ball fast. Marshall, amazing ball handling, moves it to Martin. Martin finishes.
Big play by Martin.
Great play before the half. Build the momentum. Tighten that deficit. Good awareness by Marshall to move that ball quickly and get the ball up to Martin so he can finish at the rim.
Good job by the Grizzlies there. They were able to close the gap. They're only down by 8 now. Strong finish. Very nice play by Martin there. Real clutch shot to get that last bucket. So coming up, Sean, some of everyone's favorite, the OCAA Shoot for Cash contest. We're going to be watching that. Our contestant is going to be Alexander Tepani, is going to be doing his best to win the $1,000 cash. As we talked about during the women's broadcast, we did see a winner here at Georgian earlier this year. Nick DeHensterosa made himself famous by hitting the big half-court shot for $1,000.
A Georgian legend now, after making the $1,000 basket from half court. Just goes to show anything is possible. Stay up to date with everything happening inside the Georgian Grizzlies athletics. Following us on Twitter and Instagram, Georgian Grizzlies. You can visit our website, georgiangrizzlies.ca, for up-to-the-minute news from your varsity athletes and everything going on inside the Athletic Center at Georgian College.
We take a look at some of our halftime leaders. Actually, you know what? We're going to go right to our OCAA Shoot for Cash contest.
We'll have our chance to win $1,000. They give it the layup starting at the three-point circle, the free throw, and the three-point shot. They give it 2 attempts at each one. They're able to make all 3. They'll be given 1 chance to shoot from half court for $1,000. Good luck, Alex.
And here comes Alex now. Let's see if he can do it, Sean.
Can he do it in the Blundstones? Layup's good. A hot start.
2 attempts from the free throw line.
And he's fired up, Sean.
Support from the crowd, and he's ready to go. Lining up for his free throw shot. It's up. It's good.
Got some good form there.
Yeah.
Off to the 3-point
Making it
line.
look easy. It looks calm. Oh, he had the line. He'll get another shot here.
One more change from the 3-point line.
This is the. Oh!
Get this
He's
guy a
feeling
uniform.
good headed into the half-court shot now, and he's going to put one up for $1,000.
Behind the line at half court.
All the pressure is on him now.
There
The crowd, you can
He
feel
looks
the
loose.
intensity here at the Athletic Center. Big eruption from the crowd.
Crowd's getting into it. It's up. It was clean. Oh!
Give him a nice round of applause. Great effort this afternoon.
So close.
Great job there by Alexander. That was very, very close. Hits it off the rim for $1,000.
Alex definitely has a OCAA 2.
Of course, he won't go home empty-handed, so he will get hooked
He
up
gets
with it
his
too.
OCAA toque. He'll go home in style.
A great effort there. One of the better ones we've seen so far this season.
Be sure to get your tickets for Shoot for Cash when you visit the Georgian Grizzlies Athletic Center for a basketball game, and it could be you shooting for $1,000. As we just saw, our contestants come very close, and we have had a winner. So. We'll take a moment to step away for the remainder of the halftime and be right back with you for the start of the half.
Joseph. Joseph. Georgian foul number 33, Connor, that's his second personal foul, team's first. Bucket by Richards and Georgian takes timeout. Vikings leading 40-33. Fouls on St. Lawrence, number 9. Tyler Mark, that's his second personal foul. And your score after 3 quarters, the St. Lawrence Vikings 48 and the Georgian Grizzlies 33. Fouls on Georgian, number 33, Connor Rowan. Their personal foul. And the Grizzlies take timeout. San Marcos 54-40. Georgian number 10, Anthony Nagel, that's his second personal foul, team second. Georgian number 12, Aaron Sutton, that's his second personal foul, team's third. Also on Georgian number 10, Anthony Nagel, that's his third personal foul, team's fourth. St. Louis foul number 1, Tom Mickey, that's his first personal foul, team's fourth. Fouls on Georgian number 33, Connor Lerone, that's his fourth personal foul. Team's fifth. Calls of the Vikings #1, Tom Murphy, that's his second personal foul. Teams over the limit. Mark the line, shooting 2.
Come.
Also on the Vikings #15, remember that's his first personal foul. Teams 6. Viking foul number 4, Taylor Reddick, makes his 4th personal foul. Three-pointer for North. Dr. Domingo. Fouls on Georgian number 10, Anthony Nego. That's his fourth personal foul. Timeout taken by the Grizzlies. 4, this is the last home game of the regular season. Please stay tuned to GeorgianGrizzlies.ca for updated playoff information. Thanks for attending this afternoon, and please drive home safely.